Hello? Anybody there? Hi, guys. It's Annayyyy with Funeral Home Talk with Annayyyy. And I know what you're thinking. What in the world? This girl came out of the woodworks. I'm sorry, guys. I know. I've left a lot of you hanging. I didn't even know I had so many supporters. I've been down and out on myself, honestly, if I could be honest. And I can sit here and tell you my whole life story and what's been going on and how I've been dealing with depression, and even my own family doesn't know it. But you know what? I'm not here for a pity party. I'm here to say I'm back. I'm back to share with you all the ins and outs of the funeral home, to share stories with you guys. I'm just so sorry. Like I said, life happens sometimes, and sometimes you need to just stray away from certain things, close yourself out. I even went on vacation. I had a wonderful vacation with my brother, his wife, and my niece. Shout out to them. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. I really, really needed that. Let's get into it, guys. I'm not going to waste any more of your time with my sad stories. In this episode, I did want to share a couple of questions that have come up and the answers that I have for those questions, as well as a little short story. One of the questions I've gotten is, what is a durable power of attorney? A durable power of attorney in itself can state somebody that's in charge of all your affairs, financial, all that good stuff. I don't know exactly how that works, so I won't get into details about that, but I do know that a durable power of attorney for healthcare, you're assigning somebody of your choice to make decisions for you, healthcare decisions, when you're not able to do them, and also for after you pass. I do recommend you have that. I know a lot of people are like, well, what if I'm married? Wouldn't my husband or my wife be in charge? Yes. But if you have a durable power of attorney for healthcare, that stomps on your spouse. Of course, the order of how it goes is, if you make a pre-need arrangement or pre-arrangement, how I had discussed in a previous episode, then obviously that would go first. Your decisions that you signed for, that would be respected. And then next in line would be if anyone has a durable power of attorney for healthcare. Again, not an executor, we don't care about that. It needs to be a durable power of attorney for healthcare. Oftentimes, this document gets notarized and you're assigning somebody of your choice, saying, hey, in case I can't make any healthcare decisions, please refer to this person. They're in charge of that. Or if the time comes when I pass, this person is in charge. You can choose up to 3. They can all decide together, or you can state it where it says this person is first. And then if that person's not available for whatever reason, or maybe they passed on, then it would be this person. The reason I recommend that is because, funny enough, I had a call today while I was at work. And it was a lady, right? So she calls in and she said, hey, I wanted to get pricing, and my husband passed. She was like very like nonchalant, right? Like, oh, I'm just shopping around for some Gucci shoes. And I wanted to get pricing. But, I was wondering, can you guys just like dispose of the ashes? That's the word she used. Dispose of the ashes. And I said, she threw me off. I said, I'm sorry, ma'am, we don't dispose. I mean, we do offer scattering. If you would like scattering, it's an additional fee. And she said, no. I'm trying to avoid spending all this money. Can't you? I mean, he's dead. I don't want him. So can't you just like throw away the ashes? And I told her, no, ma'am, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, that would be against the law. If there's maybe somebody else in his family that's willing to keep the urn, I mean, or scatter, just pay for scatter. It's like $195 more, Well, do you guys really want that? Come on now. Now we're talking, you can't even trust your own spouse. They want to throw you away. So it's an option. It's not an obligation. It's an option. You can always ask about that, the durable power of attorney for healthcare. Oftentimes your doctor's offices have the paperwork for you to fill out. So that's something that you guys can look into if you'd like. or even any store that has like the pre-printed form, like a stationery store, I think they're called. I'll get further details exactly where you guys can obtain that form. And like I said, you take the form to a notary, you fill it out, they notarize it, and that's basically what makes it legal. It's crazy because one time this is at another company I used to work for, I had another crazy lady calling, and she said, I have a question. First she was very like mellow, very cool, right? Very well-mannered. And she said, I have a question. My husband passed away, and his brother has power of attorney over him. And I said, ma'am, is it a durable power of attorney for healthcare? And she said, yes, it is. And I said, okay. I said, how can I help? She said, well, my question is, can I keep the ashes? And I told her, I said, ma'am, if his brother has durable power of attorney for healthcare over him, we would need to see the document, obviously make sure that it is valid. And if it is, he would be the one to decide if he keeps the urn, if he gives his ashes to you. It would all depend on him, since he would be by law the legal next of kin. Homegirl started going crazy. That is my husband. Are you fucking stupid? And I said, ma'am, calm it down, okay? No, I didn't say that, but I did say, ma'am, please, I do not need to be getting cussed at. If you don't calm down, I will have to hang up. No, you don't understand. His brother doesn't even love him. He will flush the ashes down the toilet. And I told her, I said, ma'am, you need to calm down. Unfortunately, by law. And she's like, I don't give a fuck about the law. And she hung up on me. Dun, dun. So, guys, really, I mean, or some of you might not even care. Some of you might say, you know what, Annie, we don't care. We're going to be dead. Who cares? Dump me over the river. Okay, cool. Like I said, I'm just giving y'all some tips about the crazy things that I've experienced at work. I mean, one time I had a lady call me, and again, very, just shopping around. She said, hey, so, I'm marrying my husband. He's not doing very well, but what happens if he dies within the next 3 days? Can I just call you guys to pick him up? And I said, well, is he on hospice? Hospice is obviously a program where it's a lot of terminally ill people get sent to hospice, basically so they could pass away comfortably without pain. They're still being overseen by nurses and doctors. But it's just what it is. Comfort hospice. I told her, I said, is she on hospice? Or is he on hospice? And homegirl said, no, he's not on hospice. And I said, well, if he's not on hospice and he does pass away, you would need to contact 911 first. They would need to go and pronounce. And then once they clear everything, then they would contact us and say, hey, we have this call to report. Can you come bring this person into your care? So she says, well, what if I don't want to contact the authorities? Can I just contact you guys? Isn't that your job, just to come pick them up? And that's when I was like, oh, this lady is sus. Like, what is going on? And I said, ma'am, no, there's protocols that we have to follow by law. I said, if he wasn't on hospice, then you would have to contact the authorities. If he was on hospice, then you would have to contact the hospice nurse, and they would have to come out and pronounce him. Either which way you want to look at it, somebody with legal authority has to go and pronounce him. No funeral home in the state of California will ever go pick up a body without it being cleared by a police officer, hospice, or even a coroner. But oftentimes the coroner wouldn't be at the scene unless the coroner is going to take possession of the body. So she was like, this is ridiculous. This is crazy. I mean, what if he passes in 3 days? Like, you guys are just going to leave him there? It just started becoming very suspicious, because it's like, well, how do you know he's going to pass in 3 days if he doesn't have a terminal illness? Like, what are you going to drug him, lady? Like, what is wrong with you? Again, Another reason why you guys should think about that durable power of attorney for healthcare, huh? The last and final thing I wanted to touch base with you guys before I let you go. Suicides. We've seen an uptick on suicides, and it's crazy, guys. Like, it's crazy to think that people around you, whether you want to admit it, whether you know it or not, they might be depressed. They may be contemplating suicide, and you may not even know it. You know, it could be the person that works next to you. It could be the person that you live with. It could be your own child. It could be your parent. The reason I'm sharing this with you guys is, again, I've seen a big uptick in suicides, and it seems like it's becoming a trend. And I just want to say, guys, you guys matter. Each and every one of you, you were brought into this world for a reason. You all have a purpose. I'm not going to make it about religion, because I know a lot of you are like, oh God, here we go. No, but just know that you matter. You do matter. You might not see it because your world is very cloudy right now, and you may be feeling alone, even though you're surrounded by thousands of people, but you matter. And if you guys ever need anyone to talk to, I'm here. Hit me up on my Instagram. My Instagram, Annayyyy, ANNA, 4 Ys, YYYY 92. And also, guys, if you have it in your heart, if you're ever contemplating suicide, and you're like at the end where you're like, you know what, this is it, I just can't, contact someone for help, whether it's a close friend, whether it's a family member, whether it's me, whether it's the suicide hotline. You can contact 988. You can dial 24/7. It's completely confidential. I can't express it enough. Like, it is so sad, all of the suicides that we've been seeing, and they just keep coming. And it's young kids. I mean, recently I had a 14-year-old, and then I had a 31-year-old, and then I had a 75-year-old, and then a 62-year-old. Like, it's just insane. Please reach out for help, please. I know it's easier said than done. I know at that moment, like I said, you feel like your world is cloudy, like you've just reached your end. Nobody cares. Nobody listens. I care. I'll listen. You matter. There's a reason why you were brought into this world. You have a purpose in this world. Don't leave this world so cruelly without finding out. There's so many beautiful things that this world has to offer, aside from the stress, aside from all the BS that's going on in this world. There's so much more to it. Just give it a chance. Trust me. And with that, I will be closing, guys. Again, I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for hearing me out. I hope that you guys stick around. Like I said, I'm back. I'll be doing more episodes as we go. God bless each and every one of you guys. Good night.